And we are back, and we just finished watching 2022's Disenchanted, rated PG with a runtime of 2 hours and 1 minute. This is the sequel to 2007's Enchanted. Most of the original cast returned, but unfortunately, this falls way, way, way off the mark from the original.
This was kind of like agonizing to watch.
Yes.
If I'm being honest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. What was the tagline that you said?
This was a sequel to a film that did not need a sequel.
Yes, that should have been the tagline for this film. I'm going to call it right now. This movie is a 4 for me, and you're better off going to see Paddington 2.
Or the first one.
Or the first one of this. Yes, agreed.
But the second one's even better than the first.
Oh, for Paddington, yes, but not for this.
Yeah, I was saying you could go watch Enchanted, not Disenchanted.
Not
You
Disenchanted.
should skip out on this one.
Yeah.
Disenchanted is disenchanting.
Oh,
Very nice.
my
Disappointing.
God.
It's terrible.
It's terrible.
So.
I'm glad we all agree. It's
Yeah.
Oh my
I
God,
wanted
there's
to-
so much singing.
There's too
I
much
wanted
singing.
to tap out so bad. I was like this close.
I
to just
actually
walking
did
out.
tap out. I fell asleep a few times.
You were lucky.
This was
Yeah.
this was like over the moon with the ridiculousness of how many songs there were, and like every single
This is
second
way
there's
worse than Over the Moon.
there's a song in every single second of that movie.
Was this better or worse than Crush?
Oh,
God
man.
damn.
That's a brutal choice.
Yeah, that's
It's
a
like
brutal
Which
choice.
one's shorter?
It's like picking which child of yours you have to kill.
Jesus.
I think I would watch this over Crush.
Yeah, Crush was
Crush was
Crush was
really,
painful
really
to
bad.
watch.
Yeah.
And-
To be honest,
and the hands.
Although there was
Oh, the
singing,
hands.
there was a lot of singing.
Yeah.
I'd rather
I-
watch Crush because
Yeah.
there's less singing. And I
there's,
think
like,
there's
no
less time on
singing.
it. Also,
There
for
is
me,
less time
a little
on it.
entertaining.
It's only
yeah.
an
Why?
hour
Why was this
33.
over 2 hours?
I don't
It
know.
did not
It
need
didn't
to
need
be.
that. It
yeah,
did not
they
need that.
could
It was
have
way
cut
too
out
much singing.
so much garbage.
Yeah, Crush is 1 hour and 33 minutes. So this
Yeah,
that's
so I guess
shorter.
Crush would be the way
Also-
to go.
Let's not talk about Crush anymore because I don't want people to think we're recommending Crush. Crush was.
Oh yeah,
garbage.
don't watch that. This was
Crush
just
was garbage
this was
as
a
well.
hypothetical. Please don't
Yes,
watch
yes.
that movie.
Don't watch that
Okay,
movie.
but I just wanted to point out, what was the point of that lady who was super involved? Like, if they wanted a villain, it was Giselle when she got.
That's true.
I guess
And
because
it's
they.
kind of funny because in the trailers or the ads, it makes it seem like the Maya Rudolph character is going to be the heavy, but she isn't.
Yeah, she was kind of
No,
unnecessary.
I mean she's still the bad. She's still a bad guy.
but she didn't need
But-
to be there, in my opinion.
Well, she needed to be there because you still needed a bad guy after Amy Adams regains her sanity or whatever.
No, I don't think so. I think after that they could have ended the movie. That the whole thing
they-
with her, like her being evil and being like, "I'm gonna kill your daughter" or whatever. I think they could have skipped out on that and just ended the film earlier.
I would have loved if they ended the film earlier. There were a lot of bad choices
It would have been
in this
better if it just ended. So, like, when she finally gets her memories back, she immediately just uses the one to reverse it. So that way, we weren't waiting. She wasn't, like, sitting there just hugging everybody, saying, "Oh my God, I'm back."
Yeah, this was absolutely. It did not understand the charm of the first movie.
This movie did not understand the assignment.
Yeah, it did not understand the assignment. It like the first one was fun because it was sort of like twisting all the fairy tale tropes and bringing them into the real world where they're ridiculous.
Yeah.
And this could have been that on like a grander scale because you're bringing the fairy tale world, like not just a person. You're bringing the fairy tale world into the real world. And they could have had fun with that, but I didn't understand why everybody is just the townspeople. They're just now fairy tale people.
Yeah.
That didn't make sense to me. It should have been people standing around going, what the hell is happening? What is going on
Right.
here?
Why are you so bizarre?
And like maybe like if you really wanted to go nuts with it, just somebody's like, oh, this is actually pretty cool. And then like a troll eats them or something. And like people realizing that fairy tales are horrible. Fairy tales. People are getting put in barrels full of nails and rolled down hills and
Eaten
by ogres and set on fire
by
and
dragons
and starving to so many people in fairy tales. Gee, remember you reading
You went
Grimm's
through all the
fairy
Grimm's
tales?
Oh, I
for a while.
love
Love them.
those
The
so
stories are
much.
insane.
That one where like the origin of chimpanzees.
Oh my god.
That one was crazy.
The origin of Jim, that one. The one with the sausage and the
Oh my
bird.
god, the bird and the mouse, yes.
and the one with the old man where like he was killed in the end. You know the
Which one?
There were so many
Like,
old people getting slaughtered.
like like he tried to wash his like something got in his face. And then he tried to get it
Oh
off
my
with a
God,
towel,
yes,
and then
no,
the eggs went
all
in
those-
his eyes,
no.
and in the end the rock killed
Yeah, it was
him.
called like Air Corps or something. Like there was like a chicken and a hen going to see this guy, and then
Hair
on the
Corps,
way they recruit like a bunch of people and they just murder this man. And then they don't even explain why at the end. They're just like, Air Corps must have been a terrible man.
Seriously, there's so much just berserk, just
Behavior.
batshit crazy behavior in fairy tales. And just imagine if all that suddenly came bursting out of a well in someone's backyard, and like now people from our reality are like living this, seeing like sausages and birds and God knows what, just doing the berserk stuff that they did in Grimm's fairy tales. That could have been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But instead, it's just like everybody's like, oh, and they're all happy and singing and dancing.
I
and
like when she did that.
yeah, that was like one of the funnier parts of the first one. The vermin running around.
The cockroaches, the pigeons,
everything.
the mice, the rats.
That was like bringing a fairy tale trope into the real world and seeing it in reality, seeing how ridiculous it is. That was fun. That was charming. And in this one, it was just like Giselle is the most annoying person. It's like, it's been 15 years, Giselle. You should be used to the real world right now. And what was Patrick Dempsey's? He's just like, I'll just do whatever you want. I'm not really happy.
I think the original movie came out 15 years ago, but I think the timeline on this one is a little different because she's a teenager, right?
Yeah.
So I think it might be
Wait,
like
this came out 15.
the original movie for this
But
came
I
out
thought
15
you
years.
said 2017.
2007.
2007.
2007 was
Oh.
You're off by a
Yeah.
decade.
Yeah. 2007
Yeah, I think
was the
so.
first time.
Like this is like 10
10
years
years
later,
later,
or
right.
something. Okay, but
Yeah.
even still, she's in the real world for 10 years, and
She would have assimilated at some point.
I miss the fairy tales.
Yeah.
No, you would have gotten used to it
To
by
it.
now, or you would have won back to
Seriously.
Cartoon Land.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. Everything will be better if we move to the suburbs. Clearly, Patrick Dempsey did not get any smarter over these 10 years either, because
No.
it's just like first
Well,
movie.
he's sort
First
of like
movie,
he's sort of like a non-entity in this. I mean, he has maybe 7 minutes of screen time the whole thing.
He was
NPC.
there. He honestly was just there to collect the paycheck.
Yeah.
And be a moron.
He didn't do anything. in
As
this
was
movie.
my favorite James Marsden.
James Marsden didn't really do anything, but he
At least was entertaining.
he's supposed to be.
You talking about
entertaining.
Edward?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, he was still in character. Like he was calling
Yeah.
people poor and whatnot.
Yeah, at least
Peasant.
that was somewhat amusing. That he's still friendly and like condescending
Himbo.
in the most friendly way possible.
He's trying to be harmless.
Yeah,
I thought when they present the gift to Sophia,
the baby.
the baby, I thought that
baby.
musical number was decent, and I was surprised that Teddy can sing.
James Marsden.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's we've seen him sing. Other stuff, haven't we?
We did?
The only musical
He
number.
sang in the first one.
Wait, the prince sang in the first one.
I don't remember
Yeah,
that.
he sang when
True
you're
Love's
looking
Kiss.
for
Right, right.
love's kiss.
Yeah, it wasn't half
All
bad.
right. He wasn't half bad.
The musical number I liked is when Giselle and what's her face, the queen, are like rap
Doing, like, a
battling.
rap battle?
They're
You
doing,
s-
I
you
fell.
slept through the
I
whole
didn't
thing.
see
But,
that.
Like that one was actually like a bit of a catchier tune, but it was
Yeah.
because it was more modern. It was like it had like a
They were rap battling? That's
I
hilarious.
don't think they were really rap battling, but they were saying
No.
mean things to or
Yeah.
singing mean things to each other.
Were they doing your mama jokes? That would have been
I wish.
amazing.
That would have been great.
Or D's nuts jokes.
Yeah, that'd be so funny. They just incorporate those into the song.
Yeah.
They should have done your mama.
Suck on D's nuts.
Easy.
I said that they contracted
Come on,
ligma.
Yeah.
Oh my
But
goodness.
yeah, but overall there was just seriously way too much singing.
Way too much.
Oh my
way
God.
too much.
I
I
understand
think
that
that
they
was
were
the other thing that like really propelled this way down, because it was like, it's not that the songs were bad, it's just that it was just too much of it. If there was like 2 or 3 songs tops, that would have been fine, and maybe like the end credit song.
Yeah, and like the only time they actually sort of did it right was when the girl she brought the daughter to school and she was about to start singing again, like, "Oh, you're gonna do great in school," and she like turned around and like was like, "What are you doing, Mom?"
Yeah.
That made like that more of that.
Yeah.
People wanting to sing but are being just no, like in the Holy Grail when the son wants to sing and the father's just like no sing. They really just
They screwed
seriously
the pooch on this. This was a complete cash grab.
I'm like apoplectic at how terrible this movie is.
And it's unfortunate because the first one is so good.
The first one is charming and fun. This one is just a chore. It is brutal to sit through. I hated everyone in this movie.
Yeah.
And it was sort of like, and the thing that
Even the baby?
even the baby, I even hated the baby. And it was like funny. It was just like, hey, remember when we made that movie Enchanted and we had Idina Menzel in it and we never got her to sing? Okay, now we're going to let her
abuse it.
sing. In fact, she's going to have a bigger part than James Marsden does.
Or Patrick Dempsey.
Or Patrick Dempsey. And she gets her own solo. Not she's a great singer, but still, it was just
Yeah.
it was just weird. This was just such a terrible movie. And like I said, it was there. The idea was there. You did it in the first movie, and you did it really well. I'm
Yeah.
guessing somebody did not
don't think
understand
it
what
was-
made the first movie good.
I don't think it was the same director.
It was. I doubt it was the same writers, because whoever put this thing together, this sort of writing felt like it belonged on like Disney Channel, starring a bunch of teenagers with a lot of
like
makeup.
those zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zombie movies. Although they're on part 4 at this point, aren't they?
I don't know. They
No,
just
I'm pretty sure they ended at part 3 with
They-
the aliens,
they
because
chur-
they
Oh, it's
showed
3?
like kind of like the future-esque, where it's like vampires and like mermaids and like whatever the hell else there is.
My God.
Oh,
Yeah,
give
this
him
was
some time,
directed
don't-
by a different person, Adam Shankman, with writing credits to Bridget Hales. It was a story
Adam
from
Shankman sounds familiar. What else
he
did that guy do?
he did Hairspray 2007, A Walk to Remember 2002, and Rock of Ages 2012.
So he does like musical movies.
Guess so.
Wrong director. This should not have been.
Oh my
a
god, he
musical.
did Hocus Pocus too.
He was an executive producer on that.
What's the point of executive producers again?
I think you make some decisions and
Yeah.
you get your name on the movie.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah,
I wonder if he put in the musical number with the Sanderson sisters.
I don't know. I don't know who was responsible for Hocus Pocus 2.
Yeah.
But
Also
this
not a great
this
movie.
should not have been as musical as it was. I mean, you put in a song or two because, like, we're in the Disney fairy tale sort of stuff. But oh my God,
It was too much.
way too much singing.
Yeah.
Way too, and it really annoyed me that everybody was just co-opted by this, and we're just like, hey, now we're farmers. It would have just been like, there could have been so much more humor pulled out of like waking up and just being like, the cat's talking to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was a chipmunk.
No, I'm talking about in general. Like, imagine you're not even a member of this family. You have no idea that this magical lady moved into your town, and suddenly you wake up and your dog is like talking to you. You'd think you'd gone crazy.
Yeah.
You know? Or birds are talking to you. You'd think the world just completely turned upside down. You'd think you were schizophrenic.
I'd love to be in a fantasy.
You'd think you were
better than
schizophrenic and you'd like just run out naked and just start stabbing people.
Easy.
That would be fun if you just ran out
Fun. Easy.
That would be a good
This
fairy
conversation
tale.
is
Good fairy
quickly
tale.
devolving into I don't know what.
They should have pushed it to PG-13, had a little bit more fun with the humor. And this could have been a good movie.
Yeah. Agreed.
This was terrible. This was awful. Oh my God. I don't like falling asleep during movies. I felt myself dozing off several times to the point where I had to keep shaking my leg violently to keep myself awake. Like, let that rage of this movie was imbuing me with caused me to shake my leg to keep myself awake.
No,
Was
that
the
didn't work
rage?
for me?
Wait a minute. Was the rage felt here
Uh-oh.
equal to, more than, or less than the
hand.
folded pizza incident?
Oh God! Freaking goddamn that!
He's seething now.
I think the pizza was worse because the pizza
Because that affected us.
that affected my entire family. I mean, this affected my family too, but you guys were able to sleep.
I think this
you were able
movie
to,
was
like,
better.
walk away.
I mean, this movie was more worse than the folded pizza. I can live
More
with folded
worse.
pizza, but I can't live within 2
hours.
hours and 1 minute of my life being wasted
Nah,
on
that
some
folded
bullcrap
pizza was
high-end
worse.
fantasy.
Folded pizza was
That was probably made by a child.
not only was because the folded pizza had history to it. The folded pizza.
It wasn't
Seriously,
the first.
we are from Brooklyn, where pizza is awesome, and we have moved to New Jersey, where pizza sucks.
Yes.
For real does.
It really does.
And
It really,
finding
really
a
does.
decent pizza place has been an ordeal. And I finally found a place where the pizza didn't make me sick. And then over time, they just kept screwing up the order. But I kept going back because I'm like, this is the only place that makes pizza that doesn't give me like diarrhea or something.
Oh my God! Like back in Weehawken.
Oh God, yeah, Manetti's in their
Manetti's.
fly bucket
All right.
full of
They
sauce
used
holding
it
the
to
door
prop
open.
the door open.
Let's not go down.
And then
this
they
well.
send me a large pizza, and they put it in a medium-sized box, and to make it fit, they fold it.
Also, that's not even mentioning what are they called, Zeppelis?
Oh God, yeah.
They were rock hard.
Rock
Please
hard
do better.
Zeppelis. It's terrible.
Well, we're never shopping there
We're
again.
never going there.
Never.
That's it. Anyway, that's a complete
broke
tangent.
Dad.
Yeah. New Jersey pizza sucks.
It really
Do better,
does.
New Jersey.
All right, I think we've talked enough about this film. I'm going to go around the table and get impressions. Gigi, 1 to 10. What are you going to give this?
I'll give it a 4, like you said at the beginning.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 4. Olive G. Olive G. 1 to 10. What are you giving this stinker?
Okay, hold on.
Okay, so what do you give this movie? Al?
Yeah.
I give it I'm not gonna say 5, so I'm gonna say 4.
4.
4.5.
You're gonna give it a 4 or 5?
4.5.
4.5. What are you going to give it?
I'm giving it a 3. This
Wow.
was bad.
This was bad.
This was
Yeah.
a bad movie. 4 is not good. 5 is bad. This was bad.
Yeah, I
mean,
agree.
Yeah, 3 was bad. Bad.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe I need to give this a 3 as well.
This was a turd.
A hot
A
steaming.
big dump on your day.
Nah,
Yes.
me and Olivia should be the ones changing it to 3. You slept through most of it.
I don't know if I slept through most of it, but
You
I did sleep through a
slept.
chunk of it.
You slept
Most
for about a half
3.5.
hour of this movie.
My final
I?
offer.
Yeah.
I felt like it was only like 15,
No.
20 minutes.
You literally
You
slept. You
missed
missed
a
the entire
lot.
part where they go to the cartoon world.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna give this a 3.5.
The
since
daughter.
How was it?
I just realized.
It was boring. The daughter went to the cartoon world and like, oh, we gotta go to the memory tree, and then they go to the memory tree, and
They have a
"Oh,
big
it's
musical
dying.
number.
Oh, the memory tree will save the day, and then
Big fat musical number, just random nonsense of touching a tree and the berries are back. Now it's time to go save the
Yeah.
All right,
and
so
the,
do you
the
guys-
funniest part was when they're heading back, James Marsden's just like, yeah, you just go without me.
No, it's more like, leave without me. I don't want to be in this movie anymore.
Yeah,
He's
that
like,
might have been it,
He's
too.
like, Indina Menzel, you go. I'm gonna stay here,
And
then
just
she
collect a paycheck.
and then you could do your big number, and the rest of this abomination could continue.
Yeah.
So
All right, so are we all going to change our numbers to 3?
Yeah.
3.5.
0.5, 3,
Nice.
3,
That
3.
burp got a 10.
Yeah. Do yourself a favor. Go to HBO Max and check out Paddington 2.
Or Barbarian.
Or Barbarian.
if you're in the mood for something like Disenchanted, Barbarian will fill the ticket.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Make sure your
Absolutely.
kids are awake so they can watch it too.
Don't actually watch this with your children.
actually
It will
watch
give
Don't
you
please don't
nightmares.
watch Barbarian.
Please.
Don't watch this with
Don't
you.
watch it with
You
your
will
children.
give your children trauma.
Nightmares for weeks. You will never find rest.
Yes.
Yeah, they'll be
yes.
kicking
Again,
And you have committed.
again, do yourself a favor. Stay away. Stay away
don't watch
from
the-
2022's Disenchanted, currently streaming on Disney Plus. There are better options, like G said. Check out
See the first
2007
Yeah.
Enchanted instead, or Paddington 2. I'm a
Paddington 2.
big proponent of Paddington 2. Any chance I could talk about it?
Yeah, everybody
Like
should
Javi.
see it multiple times.
Yes.
It'll make you cry and make you want to be a better
Better
man.
man.
Yes.
A woman.
No, Paddington 2 made me a better man.
And that's it from us, and we will bid you all a
Good
Good night.
Good night. Shoddy like the melody. In my head.